Hello there. Now, as there appears to be nothing in the UK press about it, I'm wondering how many people have actually heard of the new European Labour Authority. As it seems to be so important to the European Union, I would assume that everyone's heard of the brand new European Labour Authority, or ELA. This was announced by the President of the EU Commission Jean Claude-Juncker in his State of the Union address back in September 2017. All the legislation has now been passed with the full sign-off imminent, and it will eventually be based in Bratislava, Slovakia, but commences its work from October, initially headquartered in Brussels. It will of course apply to the EU and those countries that the EU holds sway over, so is in reality an EU labour authority, not a European one. But that aside, what is this new authority going to be doing? Well, the Commissioner for Employment, Social Affairs, Skills and Labour Mobility, Marian Thyssen, said, "From the start of my mandate, I have made fair labour mobility a key priority. Free movement boosts growth, helps businesses find the skills they need and gives everyone the opportunity to make the best use of their talents, but it needs to be well managed. This requires rules that are fair, clear and effectively enforced. The European Labour Authority is the jewel in the crown of this work. It will support labour mobility and give EU member states the tools they need to cooperate more effectively and fight abuse." Another point to note is that it is established using an EU regulation, so it comes into force immediately at EU level and does not need any legislation by individual EU countries, with the EU saying, "This new authority will ensure that Union rules on labour mobility are enforced in a fair, simple and effective way." The ELA will have 140 staff, with reps from each EU country and an annual budget of €50 million. The ELA will provide national authorities with operational technical support to exchange information, develop day-to-day cooperation routines, carry out inspections and, if necessary, settle disputes. Ensure synergies with existing EU agencies by relying on their expertise in terms of skills forecasting, health and safety at work, the management of company restructuring and tackling undeclared work. Integrate a number of existing committees and networks, thereby simplifying cooperation amongst EU countries and eliminating fragmentation. Some of that sounds a bit fluffy. But as ever with the EU, when the ratchet of ever closer union starts being applied, then heaven only knows where this will lead. And it covers training as well as jobs. For example, according to the legislation, the authority will enable the cross-border matching of job, traineeship and apprenticeship vacancies with CVs and applications for the benefit of individuals and employers. How many poor people will be able to take advantage of that? As far as I can see, this is the start of establishing the EU as a truly single labour market, where workers will not just have the right to seek work elsewhere in the EU if they want to, but eventually be expected to move to wherever the work or training is, and there's a big difference there. Oh, and when were our MPs and media going to tell us all about this wonderful new EU project? Are they worried that people in the UK might view it as a bit of a cheek, as well as encouraging even more net immigration, so putting a block in front of their attempts to reverse Brexit? When were they going to tell the people of every country in the EU that their own governments were unable to enforce their own useless labour laws, so it all needs to be overseen by Brussels? I tried to find some UK news on this and, unsurprisingly, found just about diddly squat. And that should worry people, especially Brexiteers. Vast EU authorities being formed with not a peep from the politicians and the press. Anyway, what do you think? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, Please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.